ready to know the trade setups that lie ahead in the market for you today to take advantage of, to pass your Prop Firm account, to make money on your live account, or to even grow your personal accounts. If you're in for it, then let me show you on the chart. This is going to be a two-part video recording, where the first part will be where I cover the CFDs, the indices, and a few of the cryptos. And of course, this is the first part, and the second recording where I'll cover the major pairs and I'll add the JPY pairs as well. So if this interests you and you want to know the opportunities, the trade setup that lie ahead in the market for you today to take advantage of, then join me as we go in. So let's start. For this first recording, we're going to start with gold, and from there we'll go to silver and the rest that I cover in this first recording. And of course, the second recording will come later after this, so do well to watch that as well. Let's go gold. From here you can see I anticipated, or I told you guys about this move coming. I've been saying it that it will come. Sorry, I failed to come up with yesterday's recording. If not, you would have seen me mention this, that you should wait for it, that it's coming already. But if you've been following me, actually you can see that this already happened, and I've been talking about this, saying it for the past 1 week or there, because this has actually stayed here for, this should be the 14th day now, I mean this whole correction. So you would have seen me several times mention that this is going to come, of course. So here is what you should be looking out for. And for this move, gold did actually make an impulse, so I won't be surprised if this breaks the top again. Remember, we had this impulse here and we had this pullback. So using wave analysis to trade, we always anticipate for the completion of patterns or moves, because the chart actually moves in 3 waves: the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave. So if we see an A wave and a potential B wave, we are obviously waiting for a C wave to complete it, and this can happen both in an impulse and in a correction. So we had this impulse coming up and we had this sharp pullback. Now here is the thing. Remember, if you've been following me, I told you that we could have gold come up, break this stop, make a correction, and still continue. That is also an option. And is that what we are doing right now? Well, I don't know until it proves to us that that is what it is doing. So here is the thing. Gold has done this impulse, which I think, or for now, I'm taking to be a completion of this, where we'll have 1, 2, 3, a running flat possibly, and then we're going to break the top again, and after that we're coming down. That is one option. And the second option is that gold is doing this, a correction here, comes down and continues this move. That is the second option. So I wouldn't be surprised if any one happens, and here is what I will do. For any move coming down after the break of this stop, I am going to sell it, because it could be this move coming down, where we have this as the running flat in the middle, and then this goes to break the top, and then we're just coming down. That is one option. The second option is that we are forming a correction here, because if you look at this, you can see it's very corrective, moving up. So the second option is that it is forming a correction here, and we are just going to go up to break this stop again and hopefully continue. So where we have this as a single standalone correction on its own. So I'll have an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, and an impulse, which for now we don't know if we are going to be heading to this stop or not. So we just have to wait and see which one it does. Okay, so that is that for now. For any impulse downwards and a correction, I am going to sell it, one with the hopes that it is making this correction and we continue, or it has already made this correction and this is the top and it's coming down. So those are the two options on gold, and keep your eyes on gold. You can get the trade from the 5 minutes time frame, so you get a better entry, and will also enable you put your stop losses to break even when the market moves a bit further away from your entry point. And here is another thing. This is looking corrective, and because it's looking very corrective, here is what I will do. Here is this line. I am waiting for this move to break out of this, forms a correction, and I'll say, because here is the thing, how about this becomes all the correction you get in this move, or maybe this becomes one correction and this becomes the second one, and we just completed this move and we're just coming back. How about that? So this becomes a deep pullback. As you can see, it's more corrective than this move coming down. There are things also more to consider here on gold, and you don't have to wait to see which option plays out and you know what next to do. So I'm going to wait for this to come down, hopefully breaks out of this trend line, makes a correction hopefully, and I'm going to sell it. One is for this option. Remember I told you if it breaks the top coming down, I'm going to sell. So one is if it comes down from here, makes a flag, I'm going to say one is to break this low and go up. So if it comes to this low, I'll put my stop loss to break even and see if it continues or if it actually goes back up. That is the trade for you today. So keep your eyes closely on gold. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of December 2024. So keep your eyes on gold. And silver should be doing similar thing, as you can see. So this could later end up becoming an impulse, a correction to come down. So keep your eyes on silver as well. That's if you trade silver though, keep your eyes on silver. Yeah. Even though this looks like it's gonna go up some more, looks like this might just be doing this and will go up some more. So if it does this here and gets to this stop, it might just do this and continue. But again, if it does that and do this, breaks this stop here, it might also be an impulse and a correction and we're coming down. So keep your eyes on silver as well. And I'll just put this line here just to gauge. And for silver, this is the one that is looking very classical, and I may just put an entry order here. I'm going to wait and see what it does. So if it does this, I'll move this entry order to here. If I see an impulse from the upper side and a correction, I'll then maybe cancel this order and take it from there. So by the time it gets here and gets to the low, I'm already putting my stop loss to break even or locking in a bit of profit, and to see if this continues going down or if it becomes a correction here to reverse upwards. That is silver for you today. And now let's go to US oil. Okay, it made that correction and seems to be coming down. You can wait for this to form the correction here. I don't think it's gonna do that. I think it's already formed this. But however, if it pulls back, just wait for it to pull back a bit before you put your entry orders. So I'm just looking at two options here. You see this spike here. I'm looking at something like that coming up, or something like this coming up. But once you just see this start moving up to this top, put an entry order here, right? You don't want, in the case where this will come down, tag you and then drag you up and hopefully takes you out of the trade and reverses to your direction, and it's, you know, you can know it's so annoying. So just allow it to go up a bit and then you can put your entry order. So if it's coming, you're in the trade. And I think same goes for UK oil as well. There you can see that impulse, which most likely is looking like this is it. So that's why on US oil you have to just allow this to go up a bit, and going up a bit you can put your entry order for that. So that is it for UK oil as well. Let's go to US 30, where it has been doing some wonders. So this later broke to the lower side, and you can see this is a correction. If you have watched my gold top down analysis, which of course I think you should go watch that, okay? If you've watched my gold top down analysis for 2025, you're going to see me mention something like, if we're going to continue this move, you'll see a spike on RSI while we are just making smaller moves as a correction. It will spike up on RSI, making longer moves and heading to a certain point where it of course indicates to me that it's a correction and the market can continue trading or trending the same way. So here is what I'm looking at on US 30. Let me go to the 15 minutes time frame. For US 30, I wouldn't be surprised if this move is coming for this. Remember, this wasn't sharp. It had series of corrections as it came down, series of corrections. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one is also having that series of correction as it's coming down, but then going down for this move. We have this, and this might just be the bigger correction in the whole of this, making this the top, and then we're coming for this. So we just have to keep our eyes on this and wait. And I think it's also at the point where it could make a bigger correction to continue. So just keep your eyes on this one and make sure you trade carefully. make sure you're trading with confirmed proofs that the market is going to certain direction, where you have to see significant impulses first. That's the way I trade though, and a correction. So if this is going to go back up, or if it's going to make a bigger correction here, then I would see, or I should see, a significant impulse from the 15 minutes time frame, or hopefully from the 5 minutes. Let's go down, and then I should see a flag. So if I see this, I would know it might go up some more, and this might end up becoming a bigger correction that will complete itself and will still go down. All right, so keep your eyes on this one. For now, there is really no trade set up for you. It's going back up, and I think it's going to continue trending downwards, because this can just be a correction after all. So look at it, a little more move here can drive this to this height, and we'll continue the downtrend. So keep your eyes on this one. NAS 100 also forming a correction there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we are also coming for this move as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we are coming for that. And for the immediate trade we really have no immediate trade, because this might end up becoming a bigger correction here. And if that is the case, it is still in its V wave, and this could go up, could come down, we could have this, complete this before we come down. So just keep your eyes on this one, but don't jump in, because there is really no trade set up for you here. Okay, and S&P 500, okay, this is also forming a correction like the two others, and this could go up some more, we could come down, we could do this next, and we could continue. So you never can tell. Keep your eyes on this one as well. There is really no trade. The trades are gone, and that was yesterday. Remember, we have this move that we could potentially be coming for, which is this one right here. So we could potentially be coming for that move as well. So keep your eyes on this and make sure you are getting the trades as they go, but don't jump into the corrections, or don't jump into early, else your psychology will be messed up, or could be messed up, and you end up making mistakes. All right, that's why you shouldn't jump into the trades as early as they are premature. Okay, so because anything could happen at that time. Let's go to German 30, which I believe could also be going up. Okay, so it's forming a correction here actually, and this could go up some more. You can see that. Let's see if we get this, and if we get that, that becomes a sell. All right, so let's see if we get this go up, and we'll get that sell. So that is it for German 30. And UK 100, of course, it's coming down as well. Made a nice impulse here and a correction that was actually classical, and it seems to be making another classical correction here. It will continue going down, and hopefully we are getting something like this here to continue going up. I don't know for sure for now, but let's see what it does, because for this particular instrument we are expecting it to come break this top, this particular top here, which is this dotted line. We're expecting it to come break it, but it seems it's not really coming for that at the moment, and who knows, we could be heading down as well too. But let's just keep our eyes on it and wait to see what actually happens next. And for this, you can see this could be the correction we have there, and this will come to break this low, of course. And this was a trade. This is the second opportunity. You can take advantage of this and see how far it goes after it breaks this low, right? So after it breaks this low, you can put your stop losses to break even, or hopefully just lock in some profit and see if this continues, or if it reverses, gives you a flag to go back up, which I don't really see right now happening anyways. That is it for the indices I cover, and we are now going to head back to cryptos and see what happens. And for this one, it's forming a correction, so where you could have this come back some more, go back up to complete this, and continue trending downwards. You can see that correction already forming there, right? So this is US 200. You can also keep your eyes on that one as well. And moving on to Bitcoin, okay, the correction is still coming down. So remember, I told you this could potentially continue moving downwards, and if that is the case, this might just be a correction and it continues going downwards. And also this can potentially be a correction for upward move continuation. That's for the trend continuation. But if that is the case, we are still in this correction anyways. Either way, we are still in this correction, and we might just be here for a good number of days before everything completes. So we might just be here for this to come down, go back up, forms this, comes down for this, and then after that we'll see if it goes back up or if it continues the trend. If it's going to continue, it has to break this low, break it, forms a correction after breaking it, and we can continue the move. So for now, there is really no trade for you, and you just have to be patient and wait. Let's go to Ethereum. Still coming down. If you've been following me really, you can note that I said that we could be coming down for this move, because I'm still seeing this as a potential running flat, and after that we will be going back to break this top again. And after we break the top, we might just be coming down for this other move, which is this at the back here. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. So I'm still hoping that this is an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, and we'll finally get the last impulse. I'm still hoping for this though. I don't know if it will happen, I don't know if it won't happen, but I'm still waiting for that. And here is another thing. I kept these lines this way just in case this is all the correction we have here and we're not getting anything of this in the future. But for the immediate trade we have, let's keep it like that. Let's anticipate for this move to complete itself, give an impulse, makes a flag, and that becomes the buy setup. But for now, don't jump into the sales, because it could just potentially reverse any moment from now, unless you see this form correction here. You can know it's going down some more, you can sell. Other than that, this can also become the flag we are looking for to go back up. You never can tell, so just keep your eyes on this and wait. BNB 1 hour seems it's forming a correction to go back up. So this was a correction after all, so we might just be heading back for this to still come back down before this, or we might be heading back up for the total up move, which is continuing this trend upwards. So we don't know which one it is right now, but if you see a good flag here, buy it. One, for this move. If it moves out of your entry point, you can lock in some profit once it gets to this top, and then see if it reverses or if it goes continuously, or if it continues the movement. Okay, so looking back at the bigger picture, we have this move, which I told you could be potentially happening. Last time we talked about this. Okay, so let's see if we got the measurements. Yeah, we got it. And you can see right, it just has a little more to go to hit that 100% mark of the previous move, and by rule it doesn't have to be 100% of that move. So there's no rule that says it must be 100% of that move. Sometimes it can fall short, sometimes it can be 100%, sometimes it can be more than 100%. So that's it. Now, have we actually come for that move? Maybe, maybe not. Well, we'll figure it out. If this goes back up from here, if this actually becomes an impulse that will go up to break this stop, then I'll consider this move as this. Remember this, we had a correction, it came down, and this, we have this correction, it came down. So it could be that move, and we could be heading back up. So once we break this stop from this impulse coming, then I will know that is the move, and I wouldn't be anticipating for that again, at least for now. that is how I'm leaving it on BNB for the moment. And the last one I do for you here is Shiba Inu. Let's take a look at what it's doing. Okay, told you right that this could be coming down also for this, or maybe coming down for this. So which one did we get? For now, I think we got this, and I wouldn't be surprised also. I wouldn't be really surprised if this ends up becoming this. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, because this is the most corrective part in that whole move. So we have this correction, we have this, we have this correction, we have this. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is this, and we're just making moves without having to get this again. And also I wouldn't be surprised if this actually ends up becoming a standalone correction. So we just had this, we're moving back up, and later on we could be getting this. So if for any reason this breaks out of this top and pulls back this way, I'll take it for this pullback here. So I'll take it as this has completed its correction and heading back to the top. And of course we're going to get this later on, remember, because this is the most corrective part, and with that we're going to get this later on. But how far this will go, I don't really know. But the immediate trade we have right now is a buy setup, forming a buy setup though. And if all of them are really forming buy setup, then BTC might also go up some more. Let's go to the 15 and see. So you can see forming a buy setup, already going back up. So BTC might just be heading back up to, let me take this out for now. BTC might just be heading back up to, if all of them or if the rest of them are heading back up. Now this could be the move that is going, okay, where we'll get this later on in the future. It could also be that this is going to form this correction and go, but where it is right now, I would really buy this. So if it's going to break the top, reverse immediately for this and continue, then we'll see about that. But how about this does this and then only gives you this, not really on a straight line, but does this, gives you a correction, does this and only gives you this somewhere here and continues? How about that? Okay, so that is it for Shiba Inu, and that is it for now for the first recording, and I hope you learned something. Okay, I'll quickly rush down to do the second recording right now.